2020. It was meant to be a fresh start into a brand new decade, with lots of exciting times. However, what we didn't know is that we wouldn't get very far into the good times. A new enemy emerged and took over our entire world, effectively changing our way of living forever. The government called this invisible killer the coronavirus. Originated in China, but however, it somehow managed to slip away and put the entire world in a big lockdown. A word that will forever haunt us till the day we die.
You must stay at home.
Many scientists are working rapidly to produce a vaccine for this killer virus. The government doing everything they can to stop the spread of COVID-19 with as much restrictions and misleading information as possible. Are folk still unsatisfied and unsure how to think or act? Should we really stay at home until we are told otherwise? Or go out and try and make the most of our lives, regardless of the consequences? More importantly, do we really want to spend another year of our lives on Zoom? One man is on a mission to get the right answers. David McDonald, former reporter for Eye on Scotland, now turned independent journalist, is on the quest to get the right answers. He will get to the bottom of this pandemic. Join us now on another episode of the David McDonald Report. Our journey takes us to Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland, where Nicola Sturgeon is supreme leader. Nicola has taken it upon herself to speak on behalf of everyone in Scotland during these tough times.
Keep abiding by all the rules and guidance.
Despite her efforts, her rules and restrictions have not been favoured by us Scots. At least the ones that have Facebook accounts anyway. David has decided to go and check out the heart of this city, the Meadows, which in normal times is known to be a very popular meeting spot for friends. And to his utter surprise, the place was busy. As per.
I'm standing here in Edinburgh's famous The Meadows, which could be known for its countless acts of debauchery after night. What could be known as a simple safe haven for families during the day turns into nothing but ruthless sex cascades after dark. Ooh, humanity.
As David said, the Meadows was not the nicest place to be after dark. As the sun was setting down, he made a quick exit to the nearest Starbucks and found himself getting familiar with the city. Edinburgh is known for its fine art and famous monuments, and David quickly adjusted to the beauty that is Scotland. Shortly, we made our way to Grassmarket, the city's most famous drinking hole, where things quickly took a turn. David, being a well-known alcoholic, had a few words he had to say.
2020 has seen lots of death and tragedies, but the hospitality industry has received the Texas Chainsaw Massacre of deaths. With the government's indecisive decision to keep them open or close them down entirely, would they rather save lives or, keep businesses from going under so they don't have to bail them out? On August, the government have decided to do the Eat Out to Help Out, to reunite friends and families, go out and, give money to these businesses and, make sure they don't go under. But here's the funny thing about this. Believe it or not, since this whole thing ran for all of August, COVID cases actually went up in September. I mean, What? Can you believe this? Seriously? And you know what the most insulting part of all this is? The fucking government have decided to blame us for that. Like, they told us to, like, directly go out and eat food. And then they say, how dare you do that? I mean, what the actual fuck? Man, ridiculous. And this is the same government that we're trusting to lead us out of this fucking pandemic. And yet they refuse to take responsibility for their own actions? I mean, the fuck?
It was around this time that David started to feel a little emotional. Students who came to Edinburgh in September were blamed for going out and enjoying themselves when they were told that everything would be fine. Much to their surprise, there was another lockdown. It was clear that he was blaming the government for not accepting their own mistakes. Eventually, we made our way to the city center, where we discovered that all the shops were closed due to them being deemed as non-essential.
I'm standing here in Scotland's favourite capital, Edinburgh, known as Princes Street, which is the home of the not a waste of council money, trams. Normally this place would be booming, filled with life. Loads of shoppers buying non-essential goods such as clothing, maybe even grab themselves a wee cheeky coffee. Nowadays this place is just deader than my career. Scotland is placed under a 5-tier system. Currently we're in the highest tier, tier 5. You know, what is the point of that? Because, you know, the lowest number is like tier 0. 0 isn't even like a proper number. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Not 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why not just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? You know, that just makes more sense. I mean, I don't know what sort of brainiac came up with that idea, but I don't know, whoever did it deserves to be fired in my opinion. A lot of bollocks if you ask me.
With nowhere to go and no one to interview, David stopped for a quick nightcap at the local bus stop. It was at this moment that we decided to call it a night, because tomorrow we dig further into our investigations. The sun rises. We make our way down to Bainfield accommodations, in the hopes of getting a one-to-one interview with a student.
During this time of year, you're more likely to see students out and about, drinking socially, going out with friends, even going to class. But nowadays these students, poor students, they're prisoners. They're trapped in solitude. I'm here to find out why. As you can see from this hall residence reside students who have come away from faraway lands to learn in this thriving city. However, thanks to this new evil in this nation, the coronavirus, they are effectively grounded by the government. I am here to attempt to interview one of these students. Follow me, we'll find out more.
Hello?
Hello, is this Tom Bell?
Yeah, that's right. Who is this?
Yes, hello Tom, this is David McDonald from the David McDonald Report. I'm doing a special episode on the pandemic and I was hoping to interview a student, if that's alright with you.
Right.
Yes, may I come inside?
Are you kidding? You do realize you're not allowed into other people's households, right?
Yes, Tom, I'm not stupid. I was hoping we could do the interview for the letterbox.
Are you for real, man?
Look, I am a professional and I'm looking to get this interview one way or another.
Unfortunately, David was unable to secure himself a proper interview, but thanks to the power of Zoom, we managed to get himself a virtual interview.
Hello, Tom.
There we go, that's much better. Can you hear me?
Yes, this is fine. Now, I had a few questions I wanted to ask you about this whole isolation experience, if that's okay with you.
Fire away.
Now, the news has come out that students have been told not to go out and visit pubs or have any parties. Do you feel like your freedom's been taken away?
Personally, I feel like the government's been patronizing us, treating us like kids, like we can't take responsibility for our own actions, and we're all defined by a few idiots that go and break the rules.
I agree. Do you feel like now that everybody has been taught online, you feel that you moving away from home was a waste of time and money? Do you feel lonely, isolated, maybe a little bit scared?
Well, I didn't want to think too hard on how this is affecting me, but I guess because all this change happening so fast, I do feel like I am trapped. My anxiety is through the roof.
So you made a mistake. And knowing that the government has said that students may not be able to travel to go home, how does this make you feel?
Look, David, I'm going to be honest. I feel very uncomfortable doing this interview right now. Can you stop with the hard questions, please?
Tom, the truth needs to be heard. Are you going to help me or are you going to cry about it?
After my interview there with Tom, I have learnt that it is much worse than I could possibly imagine. These poor students are victims of this pandemic, laying there in their rooms all day. Nothing but food to keep them warm, nothing but shelter to keep them safe. My God, it's even worse than I thought. So I thought I would do something to help them with their student blues.
So after stealing some money from the campaign's pension scheme, David went to the local supermarket to buy some supplies to help those poor students out. He left each building with a supply of food to last them a few days. He even took his new campaign to TikTok to show the world his support for all the students in self-isolation. Despite his best intentions, David's video was left with nothing but negative comments from the local students, calling him patronizing and insensitive to the current COVID situation. One woke student, Lisa, had a few words to say to David, and after exchanging a few emails, she agreed to talk to him through Zoom to clear the air.
So Lisa, thank you for taking the time to see me. Do you support this movement that I'm starting?
No, in fact, I just wanted to tell you that I think this whole thing is a pathetic attempt for attention.
I beg your pardon?
Look, if you want to help us, then good for you. Do whatever you think will make your sad life better, but don't talk down to us like we're idiots that have no mind for ourselves. The government is already doing a good job of that. Some folk are irresponsible and have no common sense, but that only makes up a good half of the population. If some students are breaking the rules, that doesn't mean that we all are. So if you want to help us and start believing that we can be sensible. That's all I came here to say. Have a good day.
Fuck.
David started to feel depressed. He didn't think he was getting anywhere with this investigation. He angered all the students on social media and was banned from TikTok. With nowhere else to go, and anger in his blood, he had one last solution: to let the people hear his words once and for all. And with no time to lose, we made our way to the Scottish Government building. David was determined to be heard, no matter what it costed.
I'm standing outside the Scottish Parliament, also known to others as Nicola Sturgeon's shagging pad. Every day, Nicola Sturgeon travels all the way from Glasgow to do one of her daily briefings. Why she can't do this at home, we don't know.
I mean, you think it would make more sense, you know, she's telling us all to stay at home, you know, don't travel unless it's essential. Yet she travels about 50 miles, like that's 1 hour of travel every single day just to come here, just to tell people, oh yeah, more folk are dying, you know, stay at home, say the same fucking message over and over again. She says all this, she travels all the way out here, and for what, just because she's the First Minister? I'm a reporter. I travel all around, and yet I have to do what she says. No difference is I actually have news worth reporting, you know? I actually get to the bottom of this. Nicola just says the same thing. I mean, she could bloody tweet the statistics if she wanted to, but no. She has to travel all the way here because she's the First Minister. Oh, look at me. I have a hard-on for independence. Ooh, Indie Ref 2. We didn't win the first time, but we'll get them the second time. I'm just saying, you know, a lot of this just doesn't make fucking sense, you know? I'm tired of it, you know? I'm tired of these lockdowns. I'm tired of these fucking restrictions, you know? It's just, it's fucking stupid. You know, I used to be a big-time reporter on Eye on Scotland. A big-time reporter. I was better than Ted Taggart, Gilbury, or, you know, those fuckers over there. I was better than all of them. And you know what? I got fired. I got fired for speaking the truth. And for drinking on the job, but that's not important. I always spoke the truth in my reports, and they couldn't take that, so they fired me. Let me go. My wife left me, took the kids, said I was too patronizing, like that bitch knows what she's talking about. Miss her. Lost everything. I was trying to do my job. I was trying to speak to the people. I was trying to let folk know what's going on. Can't catch a break. I'm out of booze. Fuck! Sorry. We could.
An hour later, David got a very angry phone call from his boss.
Hello?
It seems that because of David's actions earlier in the day,
Whoa, wait, what?
it caused one student to go digging out some tweets David made 10 years ago, which aren't, how shall I put it, politically correct in today's times. And a drunken video of David from the other night was surfaced on the web.
Focus on my tits. Focus on my tits.
David, however, denied the allegations and said that it wasn't him.
That was my boss. He's not happy at me, that's for sure. A bunch of offensive tweets I made, like 9-10 years ago, have resurfaced. He's pretty pissed off at me, to say the least. Yeah. I've been fired. I've got to finish this documentary, and that's it. I'm not even getting paid for this. Brilliant. How could this day get any worse? Come on, let's get some lunch.
David, are you alright? David!
I don't think I'm very well. Got a bit of a temperature. I think I need to lie down.
has happened. David McDonald has tested positive for COVID-19.
Hello folks, David McDonald here. I regret to inform you all that this documentary will not be ending the way I originally intended it, and for that I am truly sorry. I'm afraid to say that the rumors are true. I have tested positive for COVID-19. I was reckless, drinking on the job, and not taking this documentary serious enough. And for that, I owe you all a sincere apology. Not only have I let you down, I let myself down too. See, the truth is, my original intention was to go out there and report something big. And maybe save my career, who knows. But if anything, I seem to have made it worse. I'm not sure if this documentary will ever see the light of day, but if it does, I want to leave you all with this. This virus is truly real. We can't afford to take any risks, so please, wear your masks at all times, follow social distancing, and stay at home as much as you can. I know I haven't been the best example of this, and I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to cancel me. But this is bigger than that now. We need to protect ourselves. You need to protect yourself, because your life matters more than you know. And please, try and look on the bright side. I know this pandemic is depressing and soul-crushing, but it's not permanent. We will get back to the way things used to be. I know we will. It may have taken longer than we wish we did. I still remember when they said this would only be a 3-week lockdown. But try and hang in there the best you can. And if it gets tough, call a mate or a family member. Let them know you need the support, because for all you know, they might be finding it hard to cope as well. We need to look after each other. Behind every cloud lies a rainbow. That rainbow is yet to come, but it will, I promise you. Take care of yourself.
After his 2-week isolation, David went back into the world to try and reinvent his image. However, as punishment for his actions, Nicola Sturgeon has banned outdoor drinking in Scotland. David McDonald has not been seen since 13th of January 2021. Many have guessed he has taken his own life.
Hey, 100, Shaggy. I'm back in this bitch.
I wake the mindset is grind. I ain't even slacking half of the time. If I was slacking my jeans and I denim and denim, a liar never will rise. If you a trapper and you not a rapper, then why you never rating in the skies? I'm your motivation, not demise. You are just simply closing your mind. Oh, got a team like oh, we all tryna go. We don't hang with the foes. It's day ones and bros. Stop with the jokes, subscribe to the channel. I give you issues. Stop with the tissues, throwing no pistol. This whooping officials. I'm knocking your issues. I can't take it out. I'm big bro. I'm big bro. Shaking the boss. I'm big bro. I'm big bro. Dripping his house. I'm big bro. I'm big bro. Knocking him off. I'm big bro. I'm big bro. Shaking the boss. I'm big bro. I'm big bro. Dripping his house. I'm big bro. I'm big bro. Knocking him off. I'm big bro. I'm big bro. I'm big bro. I'm big bro. You ain't serving your purpose, what you waiting on? Boy, you taking long, running up that play. I got a perfect form, and I set that ball. He got a painting on. Pump it up. Are you dumb or what? In the left lane, and I'm doing 90, bruh. I be selling this clown, light it up. Calling me the king, who can top that? I be out the scene, crap that. Used to walk around with snot rag, master all the bait and not jag. Rocking at the top, Mount Shag. You do not amount, don't